Hey Russell fam, in today's video, I'm going to talk about the 5 things I do not do as a homeschool mom. Be back in just a second. Hi, my name is Becky and welcome to Russell's Loving Life. If you are new, we are so glad you are here and I hope you would consider subscribing and clicking that little bell notification down at the bottom. And if you enjoy our videos, we talk about homeschool tips, homemaking, and everything in between. We also have a blog, which is russellslovinglife.com. Please join our email list, and I send out lots of coupon codes for homeschool supplies and things like that. And if you are a returning Russell fam, I am so glad you are back. Okay, in today's video, I'm going to talk about 5 popular things that we do not do in our homeschool. And if you do it in yours, I'm not saying that is wrong, bad, or anything like that. I'm just saying it doesn't work for our family. And like I have always said, every homeschool is different. Not every homeschool looks the same. Every child is different. So these are things that we have tried that just don't work well for our family. I'm not saying don't try them because they may work well for yours, but they just don't work well for ours. Okay, the first thing that we do not do is the morning basket. I know so many families do it and it works well for them. I've tried it, it just does not work well for us. Now, I still do things that people put in their morning baskets, but we just don't do them before school. Now, we have read aloud time that we have our Bible time, but we just don't sit around and do a morning basket or midday basket or afternoon basket. We just don't do it like that. We just work it into our lessons, and we just feel that that is what works best for our family. With me having a now 1st grader and a 6th grader, I work one-on-one with Becca. And then once I get to where she can do her copy work and things like that that she needs to work on, then I work on stuff with Bailey that he needs help with one-on-one stuff on. And then we come back together as a family and we do our history, we do our Bible, we do our science, and we do our read aloud. So we do all of that time there, and that is just what we have figured out works best for us. So if the morning baskets work for you, I am so glad they do. But if they don't work for you, don't feel like you are alone, because there are so many homeschool moms that do not do a morning basket. Okay, the second thing that we do not do that most homeschool families do, or a popular thing that homeschool families do, are we do not do a homeschool co-op. I teach the kids here. As of right now, we've tried a co-op and that group doesn't meet anymore, and we just haven't tried any other co-ops. It's not because we don't like them. We just have gotten into a rhythm here at our house, and us not being in a co-op is working best for us right now. I'm not saying that we won't ever join a co-op, because I loved doing it when we did it before. But right now, in this part of our homeschool journey, co-ops are just not a good fit for us. We like having our routine and not a specific schedule. You know, if I need to juggle some things around, I can do that. And I just don't feel like the homeschool co-op is the best fit for us right now, just because of our schedule. Now, later on down the road, when the kids get a little older, and we may start looking for some more co-ops to join or to try out. But just right now with our schedule, we love the flexibility that we have of doing what we want to do and not having to specifically go somewhere at a certain time every day or 2 times a week or whenever the co-ops meet. So this is just us. I have nothing against co-ops. If you are in a co-op and you love it and it works great for you, that is great. But it just doesn't work for us. So I don't want every homeschool parent to feel like they have to belong to a homeschool co-op. It's not a bad thing. They are amazing, but it's just not working for us at this point. Okay, the next popular thing that we do not do as a homeschool family is nature walks. My kids are outside all the time. They're always playing outside. If we're not doing schoolwork, we're currently working on a STEM project. So if you hear saws running in the background, check out the video right here. But my husband and son are currently building a clubhouse as a homeschool STEM project. So nature walks just don't fit for us right now. My children are not the woodsy type outdoorsy people. We've tried it. They just don't like it. Now, when we go to the beach and take our vacations, we talk about the ocean, we do beach walks, we pick up seashells, and we talk about things that way. So in a way, we do nature walks, but we just don't do them in the woods with bugs and flowers and all of that type of things. We do love Charlotte Mason. We currently use My Father's World curriculum, and I love it. And they are all about nature walks, but it just doesn't fit for us. If you do them and they work well for your family, then that is amazing, and I'm so happy for you. But if they don't fit, then don't feel aggravated or frustrated or like you're going to be shunned because you don't do nature walks from any of your homeschool groups. You just have to remember every homeschool looks different. And I know I say that so many times, but if you are a new homeschool parent watching this or a parent that has been homeschooling for your second year, I just want you to know that you are not alone in this journey, that just because my homeschool looks one way doesn't mean your homeschool has to look exactly like that. Everyone is different. Every child is different. So what works best for my kids may not work as well for yours. So just please remember that every homeschool is different, and all the popular things that work well for others just may not work for you. And that is okay. The next thing that we do not do in our homeschool is we do not do 5 days a week of homeschooling. We homeschool 4 days a week. And that gives me the flexibility that if I have a doctor's appointment or errands, or if I have YouTube videos or blog things I need to work on, it makes my schedule flexible. It makes it where I don't feel rushed. I'm not overbooking things. I'm not stressed out. I have that extra day that if I need to play catch up on something, I can. Or if we didn't get everything done in a lesson that I wanted to for one day and we just had enough that day, I said we're done, then I can pick it up on that extra day. So homeschooling 4 days a week works best for us. Yes, we have to double up on a few things here and there, but us doing it 4 days a week gives me that flexibility. So if you feel stressed to the max and you just need a break for something, try doing 4 days a week, 1 week a month, and see how it works for your family. What works for me may not work for you. So, but that is just something we do that works for our family. So most homeschool families do homeschool 5 days a week, but we do not. And the last thing that does not work well for our family that is very popular with a lot of homeschool families is poetry tea time. Now, I think when Becca gets a little older that she and I can do poetry tea time, but I have a son that is fixing to be 11 and going into 6th grade, and let me tell you, They are not about tea parties. They're not about sitting around just having a bunch of snacks and reading poetry. He does it in his schoolwork because he has to, but he doesn't like it. That's kind of like his math. He doesn't want to do his math, or he doesn't like his math, but he still has to do it. But me just setting aside time for poetry tea time with him and Becca, not so much. Now, when she gets a little bit older, she's going into first grade. I think I may try it next year when she's going into second. It may be something that she and I can do as mother-daughter time, just because I think she may enjoy it. I know she likes having tea parties now. So if I can throw in some cookies and sandwiches and some poetry, I think that may be some special time that I get to have with her. But as of right now, we do not do poetry tea time as a family. And most of you, if you have boys, you completely understand. Your boys just don't want to sit around and have drinks out of pretty little cups. But if it works for you, that is great. But know that if it doesn't, that is fine too. So if poetry tea time is not your thing, you are not alone in that one. All right, here is an update on our STEM project that we are working on. I talked about it a little bit earlier in the video. We have gotten the outside done, the electricity is run, and we have painted the outside, and I have started painting all the trim work. And raise your hand if you do not like painting trim. That is me. I don't mind painting. I love to paint. Not artsy paint, but painting walls, all of that kind of stuff, shutters, big things. I love to paint. But when it comes to doing teeny tiny lines and making sure I stay in line on things, not my favorite. So just remember that when I show you pictures of the finished product when we get done painting, that my painting job is not that good. And that is okay. I'm fine with that. I hope you found this video to be inspirational and giving you support. I never want a homeschool mom to feel like they are alone and do not have any form of support. That is why I started my blog and my YouTube channel. I know my first year of homeschooling, I felt stressed, overwhelmed, and I felt alone for a little while until I found a wonderful, awesome support system. So if you do not have that, I hope that I can be that for you. Just leave me some comments. I will be happy to answer any form of homeschool questions that you have. Make sure to check out all of my other homeschool videos. There is a lot of information out there that you may find helpful. If you have a question and I don't know the answer to it, I will hit up my awesome support group and find you an answer. As always, remember to be kind, be careful, be considerate, and have a great day. Bye.